Joe. We'll kick off this time.
Has anybody seen Joe's tennis racket?
Try the back porch, Teddy. Or the cellar.
Okay.
Slow down, Teddy. Hasn't he finished packing yet, Peggy?
Oh, no, Mrs. Kennedy, I don't think he ever will.
We'll try to hurry him up now.
Sarah, I can't find any.
Well, you scattered him about.
Well, steal me some of Dad.
Hello, Jim. Word of Ambassador. Is Junior ready?
Oh, he's still packing?
No.
Hello, Commissioner. We won the game, Bobby. Hello, Commissioner.
Come on, kid. Come on, who won the game?
Hey, no, we did.
Bobby. Peggy.
You keep your shirt on, you young tyrant.
I don't have any shirts, Peggy.
There now, and that's the last bit of slaving you'll get out of me.
Oh, thanks, Peg. Oh, he's a darling girl.
Save your soft soul for the debutant's ball, Joseph Kennedy. Your mother said to get a robe on.
I hear flight training at Squantum's rough.
Well, you know me, Jack. Not one to take the easy way out.
Ah, yes. Ever the manly you.
Huh? Just not very bright. Well, you've got the right idea. Nice, cushy desk job in the Pentagon, all the glamour of the uniform, and none of the risk.
I don't think I'll be in Washington long. I put in for PT boats.
That could be rough on your back, brother.
Well, better a broken back than a broken butt.
PT boats are dangerous, Jack.
Joe, Commissioner Delaney's waiting.
Okay, Bobby.
Hey, Joe.
Take care. You too, kid.
Joe, I don't want you to go.
Oh, come on, Gina, darling. I'll write you every week, I promise. Well, I'm off, Mother.
I've got something for you, Joe. This cross. Promise me you'll wear it, always.
I will.
I'll pray for you, dear. God bless.
Well, he'll certainly be hearing from you if he doesn't, won't he?
I know you'll make us all very proud of you, Joe.
Joe! I found it, Joe!
Hey, I knew I could count on you, Teddy boy. Well, come to think, they probably aren't too big on tennis in the Navy. Here.
You mean for keeps, Joe?
Do something about that flabby backhand, okay?
Sure, Joe, you bet.
Oh, I wish you were shipping out with me, Kit.
I'll have to settle for the Red Cross, Joe. The Navy isn't taking women.
They're lost.
Good luck.
Try not to show off too much.
Oh. Bobby, take care, huh? Oh, Dad?
Bye, Joe. You're going to be the best damn pilot the Navy has ever seen. Counting on you, son. Bye, Joe.
shouldn't have troubled yourself, Jim.
Who else should be seeing you off to war, Joseph Kennedy? You're like me own.
Oh, it's not exactly war yet.
It will be. It surely will be, boyo. It's crawling over God's earth like a deadly plague.
Well, then, if it's war I'm off to, I might as well go in grand style. I hope I get my wings.
Oh, you will. You will.
I could wash out, Jim. A lot of good men do.
Not you. Not you, son.
Why not me? How can you know that for certain?
Because you're Joe Kennedy's boy. That's why.
Hi, Eleanor.
Hi, Joe.
There's a beach party at the Jamesons tonight, and we could...
I'm sorry, Joe. But I can't see you tonight. We're going back to California this afternoon.
You're going to stay all summer.
Oh, they're horrid. I hate them.
Hey, what's going on? What's the matter? Tell me.
Everybody's been after my mother about my seeing you. Because you're Irish and a Catholic. And your family hasn't lived here for 9 million years. My mom can't stand it. So we're leaving. I have to go now.
Well, sure. Bye, Eleanor.
Goodbye, Joe.
Sure, son, it hurts. But don't let those blue-nosed snobs get you down. I know how you feel. They shoved it to me often enough. They blackballed me from their precious clubs. No Irish need apply. They never missed a chance to remind me my dad was a saloon keeper.
What's wrong with us anyway? What do we have to do to be as good as everybody else?
We'll never be good enough for the Boston Brahmins, no matter what we accomplish, no matter how much we contribute to this country. For them, we'll always be the shanty Irish just off the boat, stinking from peat smoke. And that's why we've got to be better than them. We've got to be tougher, smarter, more successful in every way.
That won't make them like us.
The time will make them respect us. We don't need the Boston Society. We've got our own exclusive society. This family, why, we've got more guts and brains in this family than the whole Back Bay. Now, you listen to me, son. These high, mucky mucks have had it their own way up to now. But politics is where the real power is. And politics is where we're going to make our stand. Now, it's too late for me. I've stepped on too many toes, made too many enemies. Well, why do I have to run for office if I got you kids? Everything I've ever done was for you, your sisters, and your brothers. When you're ready, I'm going to back you to the hilt. We're sure. No, don't have any doubts. We'll have our day in court.
Oh, sir, I don't.
Now, you're the oldest, and I'm counting on you. You could be anything you want to be. Do anything you want to do. Have anything you want to have.
Dad,
Yes?
I'm going to be president. I'm going to be the first Irish Catholic President of the United States.
Good boy, Joe. Good boy.
What time do you like that? Hi. Well, it isn't quite the plaza, is it? I guess we'll be seeing a lot of each other. I'm Joe Kennedy.
Mike Krasner, how are you?
Okay. I gather we're in for an interesting few weeks. I hear every instructor on the base is a certified psycho. I just hope they let us get some airtime, and soon.
He must be a Harvard man.
Why, is that bad?
Gosh, no, I like Harvard men. They're so full of pep.
Hey, old man, don't sweat. Just trying to be friendly.
Hey, old man, 1 out of every 2 people in this room is going to be out on his tail next month, so that doesn't make for friendly.
Bunky, I just prefer being friendly. I don't have to be.
Terrific, Bunky, as long as we understand each other.
Oh, we understand each other a lot, son.
You probably think we brought you here to teach you how to fly. Well, that's not quite true. The real reason you're here is so we can do our best to kill you off. The fact is, we've got a lot more recruits here than we have operational aircraft, and planes cost more. So if you're going to foul up in the air, the Navy would frankly prefer you bought it here in a cheap trainer, rather than later on in a really valuable aircraft. However, the Navy is not heartless. The Navy wants you to survive.
You will note that while you can hear my voice through your earphones, you cannot communicate with me. This is because all recruits are massively ignorant and have nothing of any value to say. Nod your head if you read me. For your first flying lesson, I am going to demonstrate some of the things a recruit should not do in a steerman. Kid, how do you like flying?
Oh, I love it, sir. Just love it. Excuse me. I just loved it, sir.
right rudder. That's better. Okay, take her up 500 feet and level off. Too steep, mister, too steep. Watch your airspeed. Now hear this, Kennedy. I've seen cadets with their heads up and locked, but you are the most miserable, fouled-up Dilbert that ever strapped an airplane on his back. Do you read me?
Day, Bob. Whatever you say, Joe.
You're in the wrong bunk, Kennedy.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
Here, keep this junk out of my living space, will you?
I said I was sorry.
War must be hell without the servants, huh?
One does the best one can.
Well, one has news for one. One is not your lousy maid.
No, I'd say you're more the ballet type.
Look, Kennedy, I know your old man was ambassador to England, but that doesn't give you any special privileges around here.
Let's just leave my father out of this, okay?
Look, I know all about your father. If it was up to old Joe Kennedy, we'd be fighting on Hitler's side.
What's the problem here? You two clowns, speak up.
No problem, sir.
No problem, sir.
Keep it quiet.
As you were.
Where'd you learn to fight like that, Harvard?
Mostly at home.
Look, I was out of line. I'm sorry.
Forget it. We're both steamed.
What the hell do you think you're doing, mister? Pull out of it. Pull out, I said. No, you idiot. Level off. Level off. Stop fooling around, wise guy. You read me? Don't give me that, mister. You can hear me. Kennedy, take her down. Now. Kennedy! Mister! Come here.
Gee, I'm sorry, sir. My earphones just cut out on me. What was it you wanted to tell me?
Okay, hotshot. Twice around the field and no grandstanding.
You mean solo?
Yes, sir. You think I'm going up with you again? You're nuts.
Yes, sir.
Cadet Kennedy,
Here.
radiogram for you.
Thanks.
Bad news, Joe?
No, it's great news. My kid brother just made Lieutenant J.G.
Hey, terrific. Now you'll have to salute him.
Yeah, I guess I will at that.
Nicely done, sailor.
That's a cheap shot.
Ah, but why didn't you jump? Hi, big brother.
Hello, kid. How are you?
Have you heard Kick's news?
No, what's up?
Well, the Red Cross is posting her to London next month.
Wow, she must be pleased.
Oh, she's delirious.
She'll be right in the thick of things, won't she?
And what about you?
I'm joining a sub-patrol squadron.
Well, that's marvelous. Where?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. They are at war down there, I suppose.
Very amusing.
All those desperately lonely Navy wives. Well, you'll be grounded for combat fatigue before you launch. Puerto Rico.
You're just going to beat it to death, aren't you?
To the left of the piano, the streamline job with the prominent pontoons.
Who is she?
Some sort of budding starlet, I gather. Or maybe she has a friend. Come on.
I'll be along in a moment. I've got to visit the head.
Ah, here comes my big brother, Joe. Joe, I'd like you to meet,
Melody Lane. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Melody.
Melody's going to be a big movie star.
Oh, now, Jack. He's such an awful tease, isn't he?
Yeah, awful.
Are you a PT boat commander too, Joe?
No, I'm with Sub Patrol.
Joe's being groomed for stardom too, Melody. He's a flyboy.
A pilot.
Oh. Well, wow, that sounds scary.
Well, not really, no.
Lieutenant Jack Kennedy. Lieutenant Jack Kennedy.
Over here.
Lieutenant Kennedy?
I'm Lieutenant Kennedy.
You have a telephone call, sir. You can take it in the lobby if you like.
Thank you.
Melody.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
There aren't any Nazis down there, Joe. Why don't we call it a day? I'm starving.
Pilot, crew, anybody see anything? Waste Gunner 1?
Negative, Skipper.
How about you, Waste Gunner 2?
I joined the Navy to see the world, but what did I see? I saw the sea looking back at me.
Knock it off, Jameson. There's a war on.
We know that, sir. But do the Germans know that?
Clowns.
You can't blame them, Joe. We've been on this milk run 2 months. We haven't seen a sub.
Yeah. Maybe Hitler doesn't know about the South Atlantic. We ought to send him a wire.
Oh, Joe, relax. You'll have enough chance to be a hero before the war is over.
Pilot, crew, I'm taking her home.
How you making out, Joe? I thought that hokey line of yours was irresistible. Who knows what tomorrow may bring, darling? Let us live for tonight.
I'll connect. It's just a matter of time.
Do me a favor, Joe. Try the roast beef. It's delicious and it can't break your heart.
Krasner, don't you ever think of anything but your stomach?
It's my peasant background. First we eat, then we make love.
You've got your peasant background, and I've got mine. Second weed boil. Excuse me. I'm Joe Kennedy. Would you care to dance?
But all right. Thank you. No, I don't think I ought to.
Why not?
Well, I am engaged.
You're very lonely, aren't you?
I didn't think it showed.
We don't have to be lonely.
It wouldn't be fair.
There's nothing fair about wartime.
I couldn't really.
The only certainty is now. This moment.
Why do you have to be so damn good looking?
Dear brother, this will be brief as I'm not feeling too chipper. You may have heard that I spent a few days in the Pacific after a Japanese destroyer chopped my boat in half. It was hairy, but the sort of thing that happens out here all the time. The scuttlebutt is that I may be up for the Navy Cross. Dad, of course, is making rather too much of it. Kick's in the middle of it all in London and writes that she's been blitzed several times. I hope she's not taking unnecessary chances. It's a relief to know that you at least are in a good, safe place where no harm is likely to befall you. Love, Jack.
Joe, what's the matter?
So, boyo! You're going overseas, are you?
That crazy fool volunteered. Seems I didn't teach these boys a speck of good sense. Jack hasn't recovered from his wounds yet. He's back on active duty. And now Joe wants to go where the real action is.
Joe, I need you for half a moment.
Oh, Rose, I'll be right with you. You'll be sure that the commissioner's glass is full. Oh, so the old man is proud of you, isn't he, son?
Yes, I guess.
What exactly would you be after doing in England?
Oh, same old thing, sub patrol. But this time I'm hoping there'll be some subs. There better be.
Mm-hmm. You're eager to get into it, aren't you, son?
Well, I've had it, Jim. If I'm going to be in a war, I want to do some fighting.
Please, everybody. Dinner is served.
Well... Good to see you, my boy.
You too, Pat. Tell me, how are things in the North End?
Oh, a few problems, but nothing we can't handle.
I warned you about a fight in the primary. You know, if you fellows don't watch it, we're going to end up with a Republican in there.
Your dad tells me you're going to England. Right? That's the stuff we need. Young warrior returns home. Now, that's not going to hurt you one tiny bit when we're running you for the Senate. You hurry up and get that war over with. Party's got plans for you. Oh, Joe, I was just telling young Joseph, I look forward to seeing him one day in the United States Senate.
Well, you'll have to set your sights a little higher than that, Pat. Joe and I have bigger fish to fry. Don't we, son?
Yes, Dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to propose a toast.
Here, Judge.
To the hero of the Kennedy family, our own hero, Lieutenant John Fitzgerald Kennedy of the United States Navy. The man who saved his shipmates when his boat went down.
To my brother, Jack.
To Jack.
To Jack.
Jack.
Happy base. This is Charlie Baker Freddy. Come in. Happy base. This is Charlie Baker Freddy. I'm somewhere near Blackdown Hills. Visibility quarter mile. Occasionally 0 in fog. Can you give us a steer to land?
Affirmative, Charlie Baker Freddy.
Radio from pilot. Send me a signal.
Aye, aye, sir. Steer 090. Descend to 1,000 feet. Visibility 1/8 mile or less.
Roger. Beginning descent. Request perimeter lines. Request flares when you hear us pass.
Come on, show us something.
I got it. Full flaps. Coming straight in.
You're down. Locked.
Off we flew to Spain, back we flew again.
Charlie Hanson wasn't that lucky. Fog. Ran into a barrage balloon outside Southampton.
You better eat them before they start fighting back.
Joe! Joe!
Those eggs have been hatching in my locker for a month.
You weren't supposed to get any leave until next month.
Yeah, well, I arranged a forced landing at London Airport.
Oh, it's so good to see your grinning Irish mug. How are you, Joe?
I am okay.
Just okay.
Well, I'm a little fed up. I guess I was counting on things starting to happen once I got here.
But surely you've flown a dozen missions since you've been here.
Yes, that makes me the most experienced sub-patrol pilot in the United States Navy who's never actually seen a submarine.
Oh, Joe. Tell me about Fairfield. Is it tolerable?
Yeah, a hard. We're drowning in mud.
Well, tonight you drown in flesh pots, poor thing. Billy and I have organized a bash at the Savoy.
Billy Hardington?
Yes.
You, sing a lot of Billy?
Oh, I love that subtle Big Brother stuff. You sing a lot of Billy?
Well, are you?
Yes, a fair amount. I'm going to marry him, Joe.
You what?
Yes, marry him.
He's a Protestant.
Now, that's just the kind of enlightened response I was hoping for.
You know what I mean. The Hardingtons are one of the great English families. They don't just practice the Protestant faith, they are the Protestant faith.
I don't care about all that.
Well, if you aren't concerned for your own sake, at least give some thought to your children.
Billy says that if the country goes socialist after the war, we might be able to raise them as Catholic.
That's a shaky peg to hang their future on. How does Billy's family feel about this marriage?
Equally elated about renewing close ties with the Holy Roman Church. They're dead against it.
Well, you're a Kennedy. You don't have to walk through anybody's back door to get married. Kick. Don't you realize what this would do to Mother and Dad?
Of course I do. And I'm scared to death. But I love him, Joe. We love each other.
Look, you know I like Billy, but this is just impossible. You've got to break it off.
It's too late for that, Joe. I've already written home. Stand by me, Joe. I can't hack it alone.
Yanks really hand out battle decorations for VG?
Why, Major, thinking of putting in for one?
Do come off it, Jeffrey. The Americans are on our side, after all.
I've nothing against the Yanks, except that they're overpaid, oversexed, and over here.
Honey, I seem to recall being invited over here.
Now, that's enough, you two. This is a dinner party, not the Boston Tea Party.
Shall we, reaffirm close British-American ties?
Excuse me, Jeffrey.
Here's us, Jeffrey.
You mustn't mind, Jeffrey. He's a decent enough sort when he isn't in his cups.
What's the Major to you?
A friend of my husband's.
And I won't mind him at all.
Oh, how's that?
Now that I know he isn't your boyfriend.
Why should that concern you?
I might want to apply for the job if it's open.
Outside your usual line of work, isn't it?
How do you mean?
I'd assumed you specialized in Navy mines. I'm Army.
Oh. Killer commandos, no doubt.
No. He's with an artillery unit in Libya.
I wasn't thinking about your husband.
I'm sure you weren't. Look blissful, don't they?
Yes.
Kick's in an absolute funk about your parents.
I don't blame her.
Can they really be as formidable as all that?
Believe it.
Listen, there's something you can do.
Sure. Direct her to the nearest air raid shelter. Anyway, I'd rather talk about us.
I hadn't considered that there was an us, Lieutenant.
You know that your eyes are incredibly beautiful.
And incredibly wide open, too, have you noticed?
Oh, give me a break. I'm just a poor sailor far from home.
Well, hardly poor.
Why don't you and I cut out after dinner for a quiet drink?
Is that American for going to bed?
Well, with the least encouragement.
I think not, Lieutenant. You're very amusing, quite good-looking, but no, I think not.
The invitation for a drink still stands.
Some other time, perhaps. Thanks for the dance.
Yes, sir. I really would like to see you again.
The Kicks say you're at Furstville.
Yes.
It's quite near my home. Billy and Kick are coming down next weekend. Why don't you drop by if you'd like?
Boat Club 190, 11 o'clock high. Boat Club 190.
Battle stations, battle stations.
Obo Able, Obo Able. This is Charlie, Baker, Freddy. We're being attacked by an FW-190. Latitude, 49 north, 18 degrees. Longitude, 4 degrees, 34 minutes. I'm registering a second blip, Skipper. It's closing fast.
Stand ready, everybody. We've got another bandit.
I see him, Skipper. 10 o'clock high.
What do you suppose they're up to?
Seems like they're trying to steer us towards the French coast.
Well, it's their game, whatever it is. They've got at least 100 knots on us. Why don't they attack?
I think he's within range, Skipper.
Commence firing, commence firing.
He's coming right at us, Skipper. Okay, press it up! I see him, I see him.
Radar, what's happening?
Going. Long gone, Skipper.
Ease up, everybody. The epic battle is over.
Skipper to crew. Resuming patrol.
Beautiful.
What?
I was admiring your garden.
It is lovely, isn't it? I feel rather guilty about it, actually.
Guilty? Why?
The war effort and all that. I should be raising ugly, nutritious things like potatoes, but I can't resist flowers.
Well, despite what people say about the Irish, I'll take flowers over spuds anytime.
I'm glad. Would you like a boutonniere?
Sure.
Take your choice.
Anyone I want? I think I'd like this one. An English rose.
Are you sure? It's a very spiky variety.
I'm not afraid.
Aren't you? I am a little.
Vanessa. Couldn't we,
No, please. It was lovely, Joe, but we must leave it at that.
all right?
I'm not being coy, you know. I'm... Oh, dear. I don't feel casual about this, and I'm not sure what it means. To be patient with me.
Another kiss would buy you a great deal of patience.
Mother definitely does not approve.
That's an understatement.
Joe, I can't bear to make them so unhappy. What am I going to do?
Look. Are you absolutely sure about Billy?
Yes.
Then stick to your guns. I'm going to ride. Tell them I'm all for it.
Joe, would you?
I'm not sure what good it'll do. But if they excommunicate you, at least you'll have company.
Oh, Joe, I love you.
Since I spoke to you last, not only have the Han invaders been driven from the lands they had ravaged, but the units of the German army have been largely torn out by Russian valor and generalship. The American victories in the Pacific
Yes, overseas call for you, sir.
of the Marshall Islands constitute superb examples of the combination of naval, air, and military force. It is possible that the war in the Pacific may progress more rapidly than formerly thought possible.
Hello? What the hell do you mean, siding with Kick? We're not going to stand for this, Joe.
We're all very disturbed, Joe. We were counting on you to represent the family in this matter.
Look, Mother, Dad, I know how you feel, but she's in love with Billy.
Love be damned. She can't marry an English Protestant lord, and that's flat.
Joe, this marriage is unthinkable. You've got to do something. Talk to her again. Forbid her. Please.
I am sorry, Mother.
Wait a minute, Joe. You mean you won't help?
No, it's not that. It's just I think Kick is old enough to make her own decisions. And I guess I agree with this one.
Now, you listen to me. We're not going to put up with it, Joe.
I'm ringing off now, Joe. I'm not feeling very well. We'll talk again. Goodbye, dear. God bless.
Goodbye, Mother.
Joe, your mother's very unhappy.
I really am sorry, Dad.
Well, the subject is far from closed, and you can tell Kick that. How is it going over there?
Quiet. Everyone's holding their breath for D-Day.
You take care of yourself, Joe.
Sure.
And get me a U-boat, will you?
I'll try, Dad. Goodbye.
I'm counting on you, Joe.
They just threw it away. Threw that game away. Yale shouldn't have stood a chance. Coach ought to have his head examined. Pulling a stunt like that. We had it all sewed up.
Well, it was a great game anyway.
Come over here, Joe. Joe, it was a lousy game.
Yes, Dad.
You know why?
Yes, sir. Our team lost, sir.
That's right. We lost. We aren't interested in losers in this family, Joe. In this family, we played to win.
Anything wrong, Joe?
Just family business. What did Winnie have to say?
Not much. The usual blood, sweat, and tears routine.
Drop anything about the invasion?
What do you expect them to do? Give the Nazis a timetable, Joe?
It's gonna happen soon.
Yeah. You guys realize this war may be coming to an end?
Yes, and I will drink to that.
What's the matter, Kennedy?
Don't worry about it, Joe. He's just worried it'll all be over before he cops his Navy Cross.
All set for finishing this tour in one piece. After that, new work, fat law practice.
Nickels and dimes. I go where the money's at. Wall Street. I figured I could talk Joe's old man into letting me be an apprentice capitalist.
What are you going to do, Joe? Clip coupons, have your picture taken with good-looking debutantes, right?
Oh. I'm going to be the first Irish Catholic president of the United States.
Seriously, Joe?
Son, that is seriously.
Good luck.
Well, it's done.
Yes. Saints preserve us, it's done.
She couldn't have made it without you, Joe.
Well, Kick and I have always been a team.
Will your family ever accept the marriage?
Oh, they'll come around after a lot more kicking and keening.
Can't have been pleasant for you.
Pleasant. Lady, would you like to be worked over by a gang of Irish alley fighters?
No, I rather think not.
Then, never take on the Kennedy clan in matters of the faith.
Well, as a member of the Protestant establishment, I'll consider myself warned. She looked very happy, Joe.
Yeah, she did. Didn't she?
Yes. I'm staying in my flat this weekend. The children are in the country with Nanny. Joe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry.
Don't you want to make love to me?
Yes. No. I don't know.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. This is exactly what I wanted ever since I met you. Should be the simplest thing in the world.
But isn't it?
Maybe. But it just doesn't feel right.
Oh, dear, you're worried about my honor, is that it? Oh, priceless. The predatory wolf captures his helpless prey, and together they examine his conscience.
Isn't funny.
Oh, Joe, it's funny and sweet and touching. Joe, if it's because I'm married, you should know that my husband and I haven't cared for each other in a very long time. We plan to divorce as soon as he's discharged.
Oh, it isn't that.
What is it then?
I like you. A lot. Maybe too much. You scare me, lady.
Do I?
Yes.
Surely a man who flies into danger every single day of his life isn't going to let a trifling little thing like that stop him.
Vanessa, when this war is over...
No, Joe. No. No promises, no commitments. All I want to think about is now. This moment. What's funny?
You just reminded me of someone I used to know. A long, long time ago.
Who?
Me.
Oh.
You going to be around this weekend, Bunky?
Why?
Some of the local town is throwing a party to entertain the troops. Now, there should be some good action.
I think Vanessa is going to London. I'll probably join her.
It's getting to be quite a habit, isn't it? Whatever happened to that carefree sailor boy I used to know, Kennedy? Girl in every port, love him and leave him, right?
Come on, each race.
Oh, serious, aren't we, Bunky?
I don't know. I like her a lot.
You know, there's a lot of scuttlebutt going around that you two are going to get married. Are you?
I'm not thinking that far ahead. Anyway, she's still married.
Wouldn't be the greatest thing for your political career, would it, Joe?
What?
Marrying a divorcee, who just happens to be a Protestant to boot. Wouldn't your old man just love that?
Gentlemen, the Allied invasion of Europe is on for tomorrow. Okay, knock it off. Now, our contribution to the landings will be known as Operation Cork. Our assignment will be to keep the Nazi U-boat fleet bottled up in the Bay of Biscay. We'll be flying gridiron patterns from Devon to Brest every 30 minutes. We do our jobs. The sub shouldn't be able to surface long enough to recharge their batteries. Now, our job is sub control. Period. Be no grandstanding, No side excursions of any kind whatsoever.
Port waist gunner to pilot. Lone E boat bearing 260. Target angle 270.
What is the bell, gunner? We can take him, Skipper.
He's right, Joe. It's a piece of cake. Skipper, the crew resuming patrol.
Let's have a crack at it, sir.
Can the chatter. Yeoman, contact fighter command. Zero them in on the target with our compliments.
Aye, aye, sir.
Hey, Joe. You heard what the man said. Sub-control period, okay?
No reason to feel apologetic. 70 missions over enemy territory. That's a record anyone should be proud of.
All I've done is put in time. It's been a month since D-Day. I might as well have been driving a bus.
Being a bit hard on yourself, aren't you, darling? Not everyone can be a bloody hero. Can't I help?
It's just, everyone expects so much from me. My family, my father. I've always been the one who's supposed to set the example for the others. Some example I've set.
You are being silly. They'll be overjoyed to have you home safe and sound.
Sure they will. And they'll be very kind. Everyone will be very careful not to even mention the war when I'm around.
Listen to me, Lieutenant. You did the job you were given and you did it well. No one can ask anything more of you.
You don't know my family. It's not enough for a Kennedy just to do a good job. We're expected to be the best.
You are the best, Joe.
Sure.
You're my best.
Am I?
My best. My dearest. My only.
All right. I've got one more item. I've been asked to select one experienced pilot for a special mission. It's top security, so I can't be more specific than to say that it's big, it's important, and it's extremely dangerous. I'm asking for volunteers only. All right. Think it over. If any of you feel like being a hero, come and talk to me about it. That's all. Dismissed.
I want it, Ray.
Absolutely not. Forget it.
Why not me?
2 tours is enough. You're going home in 10 days. Leave this one to some one of the young glory hounds, huh?
You said you need an experienced pilot.
Well, yeah, but...
I'm the most experienced pilot you've got.
Well, I can't give you an answer right away. We have to consider crews from other squadrons.
Oh. Ray, I've never used my family name or connections to buy me anything in this Navy. But unless you give me the nod, I swear to God, I'll yank every string I can get my hands on.
No. Why?
I want this mission, Ray. I deserve it. And, I need it.
Jack Armstrong, the All-American boy. We can beat the Alish, coach. Just send me in with the big play.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you know. You told Vanessa about this?
No, not yet.
She's gonna be thrilled.
Oh, come on, Mike, lay off, will you? Thanks.
It's gonna be a pleasure not to have to clean up after you anymore, Kennedy.
I'll bet.
Sorry, I won't be around to applaud.
I'll, call you when I get to New York.
Yeah, you better, you hear? Glad I'm not going on this mission with you, Joe. No, I wish I was going with you, Joe.
Well, it's been fun, Mike.
You take care, kid, you hear?
Gentlemen, the buzz bomb is hell on earth. We estimate that the Germans have launched 10,000 B-1s. 1,000 of these have landed on the city of London, where we now have over 20,000 casualties, including 5,000 killed, and a city that's on the verge of total collapse. You want to stop that projector, please? Lights. Thank you. The Joint Chiefs want these launching sites out of business now. However, it isn't that easy. And if you'll glance at these reconnaissance photos, I think you'll see why. These launching sites are so well fortified that conventional bombing tactics can't even make a dent. And that's why we've been asked to form this special attack unit under the code name Anvil. Ray.
Thanks, sir. This is our target, boys. It's one of the biggest. It's located in Mimoyet, near Calais. It's guarded by a 30-foot steel door. Now, we intend to pack a B-24 Liberator to the gunnels with high explosives. Then put it under remote radio control from a mother plane and ram it right up their nose. Now, Joe and Lieutenant Willie have the job of getting this explosive aircraft off the ground and keeping it airborne until the mothership, under command of Lieutenant Elder, has established complete control. Now, after that, Joe and Willie will arm the explosive device and then bail out. Now, if I've made this sound too easy, boys, don't you believe it. The Army's tried this 5 times, using B-17s. So far, the score is 5 planes lost, 1 man killed, all the rest seriously injured.
B-25 is the mothership. This is the one I'll be flying.
Have you had any experience with remote control flight?
No.
Well, then, let me tell you something. I'm not going to be able to fly your ship with this little gadget here anywhere near as well as you can. And you're going to find it damn difficult to let go of those controls and not touch them again until I tell you you can. But that's the way it has to be. So you're just going to have to trust me.
Your plane's been completely gutted, so she should hold about 12 tons of Torpex. Now, it's going to take us about 36 hours to do the job because that's one hell of a load. The co-pilot seat was removed, too, because it weighs 60 pounds, and that may just be the critical difference in whether you take off or not. Now, this Torpex is twice as powerful as TNT. It's not the most stable compound in the world. It has been known to detonate all by itself. However, if that doesn't happen, all you have to worry about is taking a hit from an enemy fighter or catching some stray flak. Some less good news. When you take off, you 2 guys are going to be sitting on the largest explosive charge ever assembled in the history of warfare. Good luck.
Well, Willie, what do you think?
What I think, Lieutenant, is that if I was the son of an ambassador, I'd get my tail out of here.
Tell me, why'd you volunteer?
Oh, that's different with me, Joe. I'm not a 2-tour man like you. It's my first time out of the States. I just felt like I wanted to do something wonderful for our side.
Believe it or not, Willie, I know exactly what you mean.
Something idiotic and dangerous, isn't it?
It's just a routine mission. Vanessa.
A routine mission with a top security rating. Oh, come off it, chum. I'm a soldier's wife, remember?
Hey.
So you're bound and determined to be a tin hero after all. Well, what great feat of daring do are you planning off to meet the Red Baron at dawn?
Oh, come on, lay off.
Well, I don't suppose you considered how I might be affected by this act of adolescent bravado. Oh, no, of course not. I'm just some silly woman who has had the bad judgment to fall in love with you.
Vanessa.
I don't especially feel like being touched right now.
I have to do this.
Oh, yes, of course. Noblesse oblige. The family expects. Well, what do they expect, darling? What will it take to satisfy that Kennedy ambition, the sight of your blood?
That's enough. I don't let anyone talk about my family that way.
Will it do to get yourself maimed or crippled? Or is a supreme accolade only awarded posthumously?
I said that's enough.
Well, I am sick to death of your precious sacred family. What grand airs, what pretentiousness. Who do you imagine the Kennedys are? Some sort of tuppenny-halfpenny royalty?
What the hell does someone like you know about it? Whatever the Kennedys are or have, at least we bloody well earned it.
Oh, yes, they'll get their pound of flesh, won't they? Everything you've ever done has been to please your family. You've never so much as drawn a breath you can call your own. Joe, I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt you, but you must listen to me, please. Oh, darling. You've done enough for them. You've given them enough. Isn't there anything you want just for yourself?
I don't want to lose you.
Then have me, Joe. God knows I'm easy. All you have to do is stay alive.
I love you.
Oh, Joe. I'm so frightened. I don't want anything to happen to you.
I wish I could, I have to go through with it. I want this mission. I want this mission for myself, not for my family. I have to go through with it. I have to go through with it. Please understand.
Well, if you are going to meet the Red Baron at dawn, you might as well be suitably dressed. My gallant, foolish knight.
That's the way they want it, and that's the way we do it, Ray.
No, I'm not going to let these guys ride that flying bomb all the way to Dover.
You have to give Elder time to achieve control. I am not taking the slightest chance of an explosive load like that getting loose over England.
But damn it, that's a 45-minute flight. None of the Army guys were in there drones longer than 10 minutes.
That's right, Ray. And look at the results.
Well, I don't care. It's asking too much.
Ray, it's okay. Commander, we'll take it to Dover. Willie, is that okay with you?
Whatever you say, Joe.
Then it's done.
Too bad, Joe.
You mean we're scrubbed?
No such luck. Fog's clearing over the channel. It's on.
Well, I guess it's time for me to go into my act.
Mansfield Tower, this is Mothership Navy 3416. I'm rolling. Taxi instructions for takeoff. Over.
Roger, Navy 3416. You are cleared to taxi runway 8.
Just want to tell you something. No, nothing's wrong. I just wanted to say I think I'll be able to get over there next weekend. Yeah. I'm sure. I love you.
Mothership Navy 3416. Request low pass and gear check. Roger, 3416. Cleared for low pass. Roger, Tower. Proceeding point option to await rendezvous.
Sure you're going to be able to get out of this thing?
No problem. Just take off my parachute.
Joe, I gotta tell you, I'm shaking with relief.
No, you're not shaking. Just picking up sympathetic vibrations from me. Here goes.
Okay.
That baby up. Come on, Joe. Get it up.
I've got visual contact, Frank. How's she feeling, Joe?
She's good, Frank. Bumpy but steady.
My radar looks good. Ready to check her out?
Let's go.
Roger. Nose down.
Nose is down.
Nose level.
Nose level.
Right bank.
Right bank.
Left.
Left.
Straight and level. We're right in the groove, Joe.
Roger. If you say so. All right, it's all yours, Frank. He wasn't kidding. He can't fly this crate as good as I can.
It's okay, Joe. He knows what he's doing.
I hope so. It really bothers me to give up control.
Looks good from where I sit, Joe. How does she feel?
Terrific! It's like bronco busting with your hands tied.
Well, sit tight. You're in good shape.
Roger, Frank. I guess I'll have to take your word for it. You know, I just thought of something.
I must see Ambassador and Mrs. Kennedy, please.
Yes, honey, stop. Excuse me, sir. Her father is here. He'd like to see you and Mrs. Kennedy.
I'll get it.
Joe's dead.
Yet, I'm going to be president. I'm going to be the first Irish Catholic president of the United States.